Welcome, everybody. Let's make our way to a comfortable seat. We'll begin. I got one announcement to throw at you, and it's just a reminder announcement. When you come in, just make sure you swipe in or sign in for us. Uh, we got a couple new team members at the front desk, and so they don't know everybody's name. So I know some of you are comfortable enough just walking in and saying, "Hey," giving a wave and keep them walking, and they're like, "I don't know who that is," and it creates a little chaos at the front desk right now. So if you would just remember to sign in or swipe in, or and greet them out. Obviously say, "Hey, I'm so and so, and nice to meet you." All right, and that's it for that. Let's begin. Let's ground the sit bones and stack the spine and close the eyes. So we're going to sit upright. And the work here is to create a straight spine the best we can. And so choose a seat that's going to do that. So sitting on your knees or sitting on your heels, sitting on blocks, on your mat itself. Allow the heart to lift and allow the line of the jaw to pull back just to the point that you feel like your spine begins to align with gravity. You almost feel lighter. You feel steady. Exhale the breath. Inhale through the nose, let the breath vibrate across the back of the throat. And then exhale through the nose as you're making a ha sound, so make it rich and full. Inhale through the nose, slow and steady. Exhale through the nose, rich and full. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale for 5. Pausing at the top. Exhale for 5. Pausing at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, make your way onto all fours. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Core strong. Exhale the breath. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward, belly drops through. Exhale, spine high. Bow the head, draw the tail down, and send the middle of the back way up to the sky. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, spine high, bow. Wave-like motion through the spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale to a neutral spine. And then spin the right hand a quarter turn to the right, left hand a quarter turn to the left, so the fingers are pointing in opposite directions. And begin by simply rocking side to side. And start to feel the wrists, feel the forearms, start to affect the arm lines above those. You can stay with this or spin the hands another quarter turn so the fingers point towards the knees, to the back of the room. This could be a forward and back motion. You can begin to make circles with the shoulders one direction a few times, the other direction a few times. And And feel free to begin to walk the hands out when you're ready. You can spin the right hand forward, the left hand forward, the right hand back, the left hand back. So the fingers point forward, forward, and then the fingers point back and back. Continuing this motion as you walk the hands out a little bit. The goal is to build heat, to open up the wrists, forearms ready, especially as we move through a level 2 class and do more advanced stuff, some arm balances and things. It's important to have the wrists ready for that. If you'd like to, you can do some flexion. You can press the back of the hand down, palm facing the sky, squeezing the fingers to center and releasing, pump at the hand a few times. And then go ahead and balance it out. If you've done something on one side, go ahead and do it on the other. When you feel balance on both sides, go ahead and shake out, pop up to the fingertips. And then shake out the left hand and pop up to the fingertips. Now, slide your pointer finger, your index finger, a little closer towards your thumbs. Slide it in just a little bit and get powerful through the fingers, hollow through the center of the palms. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, spine high, bow. Inhale, forward. Tuck the toes, and with an exhale, push back to downward facing dog. You can stay on the fingertips for a moment or two, or bring the palms flat immediately if you like. And then as you come into down dog, we're going to walk it out. So the same thing we just did with the upper body, the limbs of the upper body, we're going to do with the low body, right? So start to walk it out. Feel the toes. Feel the ankles. Feel the knees. Wag the tail some. Feel out the hips. And on your next inhale breath, lift your hips and your heels high. Hips high, heels high. As you exhale, bend the knees, bring the shins low, parallel to the floor, maybe a little higher. Inhale, hips and heels high. With an exhale, slide the heels to the right side of the mat, pivoting the balls of the feet. As you pivot, you're going to feel a pull to the left side body. Stay grounded, strong through the hands. Feel the shoulders gently hug into the body. Exhale. With an inhale, lift the hips and heels all the way up high, and as you exhale, heels to the other side of your mat. Same thing here. You feel a pull through the right side body. The upper arms gently pull in, shoulder blades slide onto the back. Exhale deeply. With an inhale, lift the hips and heels all the way up high. Bring your hips high, your heels high. Hips high, heels a little bit higher. You can draw your heart a little closer towards your thighs. If you can lengthen the spine one more inch, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly take your heels straight back behind you. They don't have to touch. It's okay if they don't. Now, lift the heels high, shift your gaze forward, and very slowly walk your feet up to the front of your mat. Come all the way to the front of the mat, and we'll finish at a fold at the front of the mat. Then catch opposite elbows for just a moment. Take a ragdoll. Let the upper body spill over the low body. Let go of the neck. Feel the weight of the head. And then release your elbows and set your hands out in front of you and come into a deep knee bend. Squat all the way down. As you come into a squat, you may need to adjust, and it may be because you're tight, and it may be just simply because of the structure of your bones. So what I mean by that is you can stay high on the heels, or stay high on the ball mounds of the feet and lift the heels. You can separate the feet wider. You can splay the feet or splay the knees. You can work your heels lower if you want to. You can work the forehead in the direction of the knees, direction of the floor. Feel the opening to the back of the neck, the upper back. Feel free to draw your right ear to the right shoulder, work the lateral line of the neck. Take a breath or two there, and left ear to left shoulder when you're ready. Exhale. With an inhale, slowly lift the hips up, let the heels come down. Interlace your fingers to your low back and draw the knuckles straight back towards the back of the room. Maybe up towards the sky a little bit, maybe a lot. See how your shoulders are. I'll put a good bend in the knees. Release the hands. With an inhale, breath sweep all the way up to standing. Arms extended, hands shoulder width apart. Root down through your right foot and touch the sky with the right fingertips. Get long through your right side. Excuse me. And then switch. Root down through your left foot. Reach long to the left side. Touch the sky with the left fingertips. And now ground down through both feet and reach impossibly high. Take a big inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. And close your eyes. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Feel into this still space. This clear space you've created with a little bit of breath work and a little bit of movement. In the clarity of this moment, set a personal intention for your practice or dedicate this practice to someone in your life, aligning this experience with a higher purpose. We practice to be in touch with our center, our inner compass, so that we can be guided through this experience of life. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. And for a moment, I want you to bring into your mind's eye an animal that most represents you. An animal you feel is most like you. And then gently open your eyes and tell the person next to you what that animal is. Come on, open your eyes and tell that person next to you what the animal is. I love it. All righty, come back to center, palms at heart center, close your eyes. And now if the bear or the Wolverine next to you sweats on you a little bit, you won't feel so bad. You know, a little personal something about them. Let's join our voices to create one voice. Begin. Take a big inhale. Gently open your eyes, relax your arms by your sides. Spin the palms open with an inhale, sweep the arms up high. As you exhale, fold forward. Place your hands to your shins, inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale and fold. Place your hands to your mat, align fingertips next to toe tips. Inhale, long spine. Bend the knees and float your right foot back. Big step back with your right foot. Take a big enough step back so the left knee is directly over the left ankle. We find our lunge. And then once you're there, lower the back knee down. Draw the hips a little bit forward, a little bit down. See how that feels. Ease into the front of the thigh. You can work here. You can bow the head if you'd like to bow. Calm and steady, especially in the beginning, we start to build our practice by becoming precise in what we're doing, synchronizing it perfectly with our breath. Exhale. With an inhale, lift the head, tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg. As you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. With an inhale, come forward into plank. Excuse me. As you exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale forward, slow and steady. Exhale back, slow and steady. Inhale forward and hold. Feel free to lower your knees if you want to soften this one. As you exhale, float all the way down to your belly. Landing lightly. Untuck your toes, get firm in the legs, exhale the breath. With an inhale, come into a baby cobra. You'll feel the tops of the feet press down. Engage the thighs. You'll feel the kneecaps slightly lift. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, forehead all the way down. Inhale. As you exhale, press up to a modified plank. Plank on your knees. Hold. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your hips to your heels. Let the forehead touch the mat. Extended child's pose. Stay grounded through the hands. Active through the arms. Shoulder blades slide onto the back. Exhale the breath. With an inhale, come onto all fours. Tuck your toes. And with an exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels high. Shift your right leg to the sky. So we're lifting from the inner thigh. Hips stay square to the floor. Leg powerfully straight and strong. Now point the toes. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee to the forehead, belly button to spine, shoulders draw a little forward. Inhale, sweep the leg high. Shift the gaze forward, right foot to right thumb. Clean step through into your lunge. Find your lunge on this side, and when you're ready, lower the back knee down. Draw the hips a little forward, a little bit down. Feel that in the front of the thigh. Steady yourself. Constantly bringing your attention back into the body, back into the experience. Exhale. With an inhale, lift the head, tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg. Exhale. With an inhale, left foot floats up to meet the right foot. As you exhale, fold. Put a soft bend in the knees, spin the palms open. With an inhale, sweep all the way up high. Ground to the feet to lift the heart. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a long spine. Bend the knees and float your left foot back. Big step back with your left foot. Heart forward, strong back leg. Inhale. As you exhale, draw your hips back and straighten your lead leg. We're going to hold. Steady yourself. It's okay if there's a little bend in the knee or big bend in the knee, no worries. If your leg is comfortably straight, lengthen the heart forward and maybe lower the heart a little closer towards the thigh. Exhale. With an inhale, come forward into lunge. As you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. With an inhale, come forward into plank. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, get firm in the legs, exhale the breath. With an inhale, come into cobra. So we'll lift a little higher than we did in the first one. The first one's a baby cobra. This one is an adult cobra. It's a bigger cobra. So feel the feet ground, the legs get strong, the heart lifts. Inhale. As you exhale, forehead all the way down. Now tuck the toes under. Knees can stay down if you want to make this a little easier. Otherwise, squeeze the thighs. The kneecaps lift up off the mat. At the bottom of your exhale, when you're breathless, press up to plank and hold. High push-up. Steady. Inhale. As you exhale, push back to down dog. Beautiful, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels high. Shift your left leg to the sky. Left leg high. Keep your hips square to the floor. Leg powerfully straight and strong. Now point the toes. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee to the forehead, belly button to spine, shoulders draw a little forward. Inhale, sweep the leg high, shift the gaze forward, left foot to left thumb. Clean step through. Find your lunge on this side, or forward, strong back leg. Inhale. As you exhale, draw your hips back and straighten your lead leg. And we'll hold and feel. Steady yourself. Maybe take a little bit deeper at the end. Exhale. With an inhale, come forward into lunge. Exhale. With an inhale, right foot floats up to meet the left. As you exhale, fold. Put a soft bend in the knees, spin the palms open. With an inhale, sweep all the way up high. Now spin the palms away from each other. Sit your hands to your low back, to the glutes. Heel to the feet open about 3 to 5 inches, feet parallel to each other. Now ground the feet. Begin to draw the tail down as you lift the heart high. Supported standing back bend. Strong in the thighs. Heart a little higher now. And then a little bit back at the end. Exhale. Inhale, slowly back to center. Sweep the arms high, and as you exhale, bend the knees and sit low into your chair. As you sit into your chair, you're going to feel the weight shift back to heels. Toes will get light, but keep them grounded. Keep them on your mat. Feel now as you send your hips just a little bit lower, lift your heart an inch, hold. Now float your palm to heart center, shift your weight to your left foot, lift your right foot up, bend the knee and take a giant step back. Big step back, all the way back into your lunge. When your feet and legs come on, sweep both arms back like wings. With an inhale, sweep your arms, your body high. With an exhale, sweep the body low. Arms back, palms down. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, sweep low. Inhale, sweep to the highest. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga, low push-up. Pay attention here. With an inhale, push back up to plank. Back up to plank. And as you exhale, lower back down to chaturanga. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Some of you are like, nope, I'm going all the way down now. Untuck your toes. It's my fault. Untuck your toes. Get strong in the legs. Slide the hands back so the wrists are underneath the elbows. And with an inhale, come into upward facing dog. Press through the hands and lift all the way up. And see how it feels. You may decide, nope, I need a cobra instead. Take something easier if that's what your body needs. You feel it, right? As we move through our practice, your body gives you what you need. We just got to listen to it. Strong in the legs, heart a little higher. Maybe shift the gaze up. Inhale. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Now lift the L's high, shift your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot to your left thumb and spin the right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. 2 breaths. Take a breath to align and integrate the body. And then another breath to find depth. Hips a little lower. Now lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels high, sweep your right leg to the sky, right leg high. Point your toes and stack your hips. As you ground, reach your leg a little higher and then bend the knee, let the leg circle back behind you. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the right elbow, maybe the armpit. Inhale, sweep the leg high, shift the gaze forward, right foot to right thumb, a clean step through. Find your lunge, and then let's take a lateral lunge or a side lunge. Set your left hand a little forward, a little off to the left. 6, 7, 8 inches forward, 2 or 3 or 4 inches over to the left. On your right heel, spin your right toes to the right side of the room, and then lower to the outside edge of your back foot. When you lower to the outside edge of your back foot, it accesses the lateral line of the body. Moving to the side of the leg, the side of the body. All 10 toes point in the same direction. You may need to heel toe your right foot back just a little bit to get out of the hips some. Now send the hips a little bit lower if you're ready. At the end, exhale. And then release. Come back into lunge. Take a moment to organize it. Find it. Exhale. Now with an inhale, rock your weight into your right foot. Take your left leg high. Press into the hands, lift the leg another inch, hold. And then lower the left foot next to the right foot. Find your full. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweep the arms high, chair. Float your palms to heart center. Shift your weight to your right foot, left foot lifts, bend the knee and take a giant step to the back of your mat. Big step back. When you feel your feet and legs come on, sweep both arms back like wings. With an inhale, sweep your arms, your body high. As you exhale, sweep the body low, precision. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, sweep low. Inhale, sweep to the highest. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels high, step your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot to your right thumb and spin your left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. 2 breaths. Take a breath to align the body, integrate it. And then a second breath to find the depth, hips lower. Now lift your heart so high. Inhale. Exhale to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the heels high. Shift your left leg to the sky. Left leg high. Now point your toes and stack your hips. As you ground, reach your leg a little higher and then bend the knee. Let the leg sickle back. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the left elbow, maybe the armpit if you can get it higher up. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the leg high. Shift the gaze forward, left foot to left thumb. Clean step through. As you find your lunge, find your lateral lunge. Set your right hand a little forward, a little off to the right. On your left heel, spin your left toes to the left side of the room. At the same time, lower to the outside edge of your back foot. All 10 toes point in the same direction. You feel the side of the leg, the side of the body. As you explore, the hips start to go a little bit lower. How low is up to you? Left hand stay at the thigh, sweep up, or maybe behind you. Exhale at the end. And then release. Come back into lunge. Take a moment to organize it. Exhale. Now rock your weight into your left foot. Take your right leg high. Press into the ground and through your hands. Lift the leg another inch. And then land your right foot next to your left foot. Find your fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweep the arms high, chair. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Now bring your feet close, big toes touching. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the palms to go flat. You may walk your feet back 10, 15, 18 inches or so. You may walk them back some. Now start to rock some weight into your hands and lift your heels. Just feel that transfer of weight a little forward. Now an option here, if you want a donkey kick, you can pop up a little bit, basically jump your hips up and pull your knees and your heels tight to you. And just do a couple of donkey kicks to feel what that's like. All right, just positioning your shoulders. When you feel ready, walk or jump your feet back. There it is, beautiful. That was it. Walk back or jump back right into chaturanga. Right? Don't stop at plank. Go right through to chaturanga. Good, JP. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Rock. Lift the heels high. Sweep your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot to your right thumb and spin your left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Take a moment in two. Right knee in line with the middle toes. Tail draws down as the lower ribs hug in. Shoulder blades slide onto the back, so you feel your shoulders hugging into the body. At the same time, we extend out through the fingertips. Power in the arms, power in the legs. And then explore as you send your hips just a little bit lower. Spin the right palm up, reach forward and sweep high, reverse it. Feel a pull through the side body from the waistline all the way through the fingertips as you reach so high now. Inhale. As you exhale, windmill your hands all the way down to the mat. Find your lunge and then build your twist. Ground your left hand down. Right hand to the thigh, hip over the sacrum. Squeeze the back leg strong as you press your heart forward and the right shoulder stacks. Arm can sweep up if you wanted to. Notice the back heel. Don't let it spill out. Keep it over the middle toes. Spinning from the power of your left hand right at the end. And then release. Set both hands down. Rock your weight into your right foot. Take your left leg high. Ground the hands. Pulse the leg to the sky 1, 2, maybe 3 times. A couple little pulses. The right foot may lift a little bit. There it is. Beautiful. And when you're ready, walk or jump your feet back. Chaturanga, maybe a Triyanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Lift the heels high. Sweep your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot to your left thumb and spin the right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Take a moment in two. Align and feel. Feet energetically pull towards each other. You're going to feel the legs light up as you do this. It's okay if the right hip has to draw a little forward to get the knee in line with the middle toes, and don't worry. And now start to send the hips a little bit lower if you're ready. Spin the left palm up, reach forward and sweep high, reverse it. Feel the pull from the waistline through the side of the body. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, windmill your hands all the way down to the mat. Spin the back heel high. Find your lunge and then build your twist. Ground your right hand down. Left hand to the thigh, hip over the sacrum. Press the heart forward and through as you stack your left shoulder. Strong through the back leg. You may need to heel toe your left foot over a little bit to widen the stance some. Grounding through your right hand, spinning at the end. And then as you release, set both hands down. Rock your weight into your left foot. Take your right leg high. Ground the hands, pulse the leg to the sky. 1, 2, maybe 3 times. Couple little pulses. Chaturanga, maybe a Trianga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Now, bring your feet close. Ground the hands and seal the core, set the shoulders. Put a deep bend in the knees. Shift your gaze forward past your fingertips. At the bottom of your exhale, either walk or jump your feet up. If you want to do a few donkey kicks, do a few donkey kicks. You may just kind of work the donkey kicks a little bit just to feel the stacking of the shoulders and the hips. We'll meet in a fold at the front of the mat. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweep the arms high, chair. Float your palms to heart center as you exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow can land on the right thigh, can land on the, on the left thigh, can land on the right thigh, can clear the right thigh. You can work here, send the arms out in opposite directions. Feel free to bind if you want to play with binds and set the shoulders a little bit. Don't force the binds, guys. It's not necessary. For 3, breathe, breathe. 2. If you're bound, re-extend, palms back to heart center. With an inhale, square off to the front. Now sweep the arms high, sit low. As you exhale, fold forward. Good job, guys. Excuse me. Half moon, inhale to a long spine. Set your left hand a little forward, a little off to the left. Right hand to your right hip. Sweep your right leg up and then stack the hips and stack the shoulders. Feel as if your lifted foot is pressing into the back wall. Squeezing the standing leg, and then maybe if you're ready to, try shifting your gaze from the floor to the side of the room, from the side of the room maybe to the sky, right at the end. And then slowly release back into your fold. Awesome. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweep the arms high, chair. Float your palms to heart center as you exhale, twist to the left. See where the elbow lands without losing the integration, the alignment of the low body, right? Don't let your right knee jump forward. Your knees in line, feet in line. You can send the arms out in opposite directions. Feel free to bind if you like to bind. And then steady yourself for 3. Breathing 2. If your arms are extended, or if you're bound, extend the arms, palms back to heart center. With an inhale, square off to the front, sweep the arms high, sit low. As you exhale, fold forward. Rock and half moon, other side. Inhale, long spine, set your right hand a little forward, a little off to the right. Left hand to your left hip. Sweep your left leg up this time. Stacking the hips and shoulders. And then feel the lifted leg just as powerful as the standing leg. Just as powerful. Maybe shift the gaze if you're ready. What's the worst that happens? You fall out, right? You get wobbly, it's okay. One more breath. Beautiful, and then slowly release into your fold. Put a soft bend in the knees. Spin the palms open. Inhale, sweep all the way up high. Arms extended, ground through the feet, lift the heart, and then take it back just a little bit. A lot of up and a little back. Exhale. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, sit low into your chair. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Now, from here, heel to the feet open so they're wide, almost at the edges of your mat. And then drop your hips low, come into a prayer squat. Bring the palms together, prayer position, elbows to the insides of the knees press into the elbows. And now once you're there in prayer position, draw the hands down a little bit. Work deeper into the wrists. Maybe spin the fingers down and pull the wrists up, just a different angle. And then we'll move into crow. So if you're newer to crow, start by drawing, if you know crow, do your thing. You don't have to wait for it. Start by drawing your knees low towards the ankles and then pop them out wide. So you're making a big X with the shins and the backs of the arms. Setting the hands forward of the toes about 7 inches or so. Lift the thighs parallel to the floor. Now, simply rock your heart forward and lift the heels. When your forearms go vertical, you'll feel your feet get light enough to maybe lift. If they do, point the toes, pull the heels tight to the tail. One more breath. And then walk or jump your feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lift the heels high. Strip your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot to your right thumb and spin your left heel down. Send your left arm forward and your right arm back. Excuse me. From the tips of your body, the fingertips, the bottoms of your feet, pull energy to center. Exhale the breath. From your center with an inhale, windmill up and reverse triangle. Straighten the lead leg. Ground as you reach so high. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, extended side angle. Bend the knee, forearm on top of the thigh. Hand can go down to a block or the floor if you're feeling more open. Left palm spinning to the front of the room, arms sweeping up and over the head. Breathe. Finding a little depth. You can bind if you want to bind. If you want to take a more muscular experience, the right hand, go to your heart. Maybe sweep to the side. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Then slowly release. If you're bound, re-extend, release. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Spin the back heel high and then lower the back knee down. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. And then heel toe your right foot over just a little bit. Just get a little space here. A little bit of space here. Good. Now, from here, set your right hand to your right calf muscle from the inside, or the ankle maybe. Right hand to right ankle or calf muscle. Now, pull your upper arm underneath the leg the best you can. From the inside, guys, from the inside. From the inside, yeah. So we're bringing our arm underneath the best we can. Now, from here, send the right arm out and send the left arm out and create little wings. Maybe you're touching the cougar's mat next to you or whatever. Now tuck your back toes under and straighten the back leg. Beautiful. Now, from here, if you would like to, you can lift the hands up and balance, or maybe take a bind. Steady. Strong back leg. Now, set your hands down to the mat. We're coming into flying splits. Bend the elbows, chaturanga arms. Lower the heart a little bit. Squeeze the right thigh into the body. And as you press into the hands, lift the right foot up. And maybe just float it back into down dog. Maybe extend it forward. Maybe rock your body forward and lift the back leg. When you're ready, chaturanga, inhale up dog, exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift the heels high, step your left leg to the sky. Good work, guys. Step your left foot to your left thumb and spin the right heel down. Send the right arm forward and the left arm back. From the tips of your body, pull energy to center. Exhale the breath. From your center with an inhale, windmill up in a reverse triangle. Ground through the left foot. Squeeze the left thigh. Reach a little higher. Inhale. As you exhale, extended side angle. Bend the left knee, forearm on top of the thigh. And see how this side feels. Spinning the right palm to the front of the room, arms sweeping up and over the head. Feel free to bind if you like to bind. Feel free to create a more muscular experience by bringing your left hand to heart center, maybe sweeping it to the side or to the front. For 3. Steady now. 2. If you're bound, re-extend. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Spin the back heel high and lower the back knee down. Beautiful. Heel to the left foot over a little bit. Bring the hands to the inside of the left foot. Take a moment here. When you feel ready, place your left hand to left calf muscle or the ankle. And pull the upper arm, the shoulder through the best you can. Bring it underneath. Bring it underneath. And when you're ready, send the left arm out. Pop up to the fingertips. The right arm out. Pop up to the fingertips. Tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg. Work here or begin to lighten up the hands. Maybe lift the hands. Maybe find a bind behind you. Strong back leg. Steady breath. Beautiful. Flying splits. Set the hands down to the mat. Bend the elbows, chaturanga arms. Press your left thigh into the body strong. Press into the hands. Lift the heart a couple inches. Let the left foot float up and step it back to down dog or straighten. Maybe rock forward and lift the back leg. When you're ready, chaturanga, inhale up, exhale back, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, everyone. Lift the heels high, sweep your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot up about halfway, maybe a little more. Left heel spins down to the mat. Palms come together in prayer, and with an inhale, sweep all the way up high. Send the left arm forward and the right arm back. Standing twist. We're going to open up to the right. Hips stay square to the front of the room. Start to move the shoulders more to a more square position to the side of the room. Maybe not all the way. Are you gripping with your toes? Can you relax the toes? Can you ground the feet stronger? Can you squeeze the thighs and lift the heart? Spin at the end. And then release. Come to center and sweep both arms high. Float your palms to heart center. Bend the right knee. Bring the knee right over the ankle. Rock your weight into that foot. Lower the body as you lift the back leg. Land the left hand to the floor, right hand to your right hip. Stack your right shoulder. Right arm can sweep high when you're ready, if you're ready. Now feel free to work here. It's a little more muscular, a little more challenging as far as strength goes, or bend the left knee, sweep your right hand back, catch the foot. If you get the foot, you can use it as leverage to move deeper into the twist, a little more organic. You got it, Zoe. It's right there. It's right there. Steady for 3. Steady, 2. And then slowly re-extend. And then release into a fold right where you are. Beautiful. Now from your fold, feet close, pivot one time to the left. One time to the left. And then come into a squat. Feet close, squat, lift the heels high. Now set your right hand to the right edge of your mat. Orientation being the front of the room. Sweep your left arm high and then hook the elbow to the outside edge of your right thigh. Closer to the knee if you're going to straddle your body across both elbows. Closer to mid-thigh if you're going to place everything into your left elbow. Both are good, right? Depends on where you are in your practice. Now, bend the elbows. Get on the shelf of the elbows, right? Get on the shelf. And then lower the heart. When you get your forearms to vertical, your feet will get light. They may not lift today. It's okay if they don't. If they do, feel free to straighten the legs, split the legs, maybe swap the legs. Nice, Katie. And when you're ready, step or float your feet back. Chaturanga. There it is, Rusty. Nice, man. That's it. Welcome to level 2. You're either happy or angry right now. Lift the heel aside through your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot up about halfway. Kidding. Right heel spins down. Palms come together in prayer with an inhale. Sweep all the way up high. All the way up high. Send your right arm forward and the left arm back. We're going to open up to the left for a moment. Start at the feet. Are you clawing at your mat with your feet? Relax the feet. Get the feet to ground. Strong legs now. Lift the heart. Spin at the end. And then release. Come to center. Sweep both arms high. Float your palms to heart center. Bend the left knee. Bring the knee right over the ankle. And then rock your weight into that foot. As you lower the body, the back leg lifts. When you get low enough, simply set your right hand to the floor. Left hand to left hip. Stack the left shoulder when you're ready. Strong through that lifted leg. You can work here or bend the knee and sweep the left hand back. Catch that foot. See if it's there. Calm and steady. For 3, 2, beautiful. Then slowly re-extend and then release into a fold right where you are. Rock. And now bring your feet close and pivot one time to the right. One time to the right. Once you pivot, come down into a squat. Heels stay high, guys. Heels stay high. Now, set your left hand to the left edge of your mat. Sweep your right arm high and then hook the elbow to the outside edge of your left thigh, closer to the knee. If you're going to straddle or closer to mid-thigh, if everything's going into your right elbow on this side, right? When you're ready, start to bend the elbows. Notice as you bend the elbows, there's a shelf there in the backs of the arms. Try to get on that shelf. Once you're on that shelf, rock the heart forward and the feet start to get light. They don't have to necessarily lift. Depends where you are in your practice. You may lift them and lower, lift and lower, lift and hold. You can straighten the legs, split the legs, swap the legs maybe. And when you're ready, you can chaturanga or just collapse. Inhale up, exhale back. From down dog, lower the knees, bring the hips to the heels, let the forehead touch the mat. And then coming up and have some water. Good work, everyone. As soon as you're done with your water, just come back into child's pose or just sit upright and close your eyes. As you close your eyes, begin to come back into the breath. Begin to feel again. And then from here, we'll make our way onto all fours, hands on our shoulders and knees on our hips. Send your right arm forward and your left leg back. Go right arm and left leg. And then bend the left knee, sweep the right hand back, catch the foot. Start to ease into the kick. Don't worry about lifting your heart so high. Try to get the back thigh, the back knee to lift. Work that a little bit more than trying to lift the heart high. It's okay if the heart lifts a little bit, but really work the thigh up, hold. Now, release, re-extend. Keep the leg up, lower the right hand down. On the right knee, slide the right toes just off the mat. And then stack your hips and shoulders. For a level 2 experience, for a more challenging experience, don't bring the foot so far off. Maybe keep it more in line with the knee. That's harder to balance. Now, bend the left knee, sweep the left hand back, and catch the foot. Once you have the foot, begin to kick. Smile at the wobbles, guys. It's part of the practice. It's you developing mastery over the body, over movement. Hold. Then slowly re-extend. Beautiful. Release to all fours. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, spine high. Inhale, forward. Exhale to a neutral spine. Send your left arm forward and your right leg back this time. We'll go other side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Now bend the right knee, sweep the left hand back, catch the foot. You have the foot, begin to kick. Doesn't need to be full blast. Just do what your body needs in the moment. Maybe it's working a little bit more stability and balance. Maybe it's going a little deeper. Hold. Then slowly re-extend. Keep the leg up, lower the left hand down. On your left knee side, your left toes just off the mat. If you want to challenge yourself, don't bring them so far off. Stack your hips and shoulders. Send the right arm high. When you're ready, bend the right knee and sweep the right hand back. Catch the foot. And then ease into the kick. Where's the breath? Is it steady and fluid? Can you maintain through the nose right now? Hold. And then slowly re-extend. And then release to all fours. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, spine high. Inhale, forward. Tuck the toes, and with an exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Now lift the heels high, sweep your left leg to the sky, step your left foot to your left thumb, and then pivot one time to the right. Now we're tight, so you'll have to stagger a little bit. No worries. One person goes to the front of the mat, the other person goes to the back of the mat. You may be that one person that gets stuck in the middle. You're like, man, why am I stuck in the middle? It means you have to leave class. You're out. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to leave. All right, so from here, let's heel to the feet a little closer together, 2.5 feet apart. So bring them a little closer, a little bit closer. So 2 feet apart, 2.5 feet apart. Now lift the left heel and place your left hand to your left calf muscle. We did this before in a similar position. Place your left hand to your left calf muscle, pull your left shoulder underneath the best you can, and then send the left arm out, bend the elbow, and place the hand to the hip or the low back. If you're struggling with this, it's probably because your feet are too wide. Some of you have 3 or almost 4 feet wide between your feet. Bring your feet in about 2.5 feet. Make sure they're close enough. Now, once you have your grip, begin to straighten the legs. Work it towards a straighter position. You can stay with this, or if you would like to, you can play with birds of paradise. What I just said, I'll just guide you through it, right? So you can heel to the feet closer together, rock your weight into your right foot, and start to lift your left foot, your left leg, and come to a standing position. Do not force your shoulders to do this if you're not ready for it, right? You can take a modified version of it simply by placing your left hand underneath the thigh, right hand across the low back. Beautiful. When you're ready, come down and rest. Release the bind. Catch opposite elbows and let the shoulders relax. Now we're going to come into half moon. I'm going to give an option. If you'd like to take a bind again, feel free to take a bind. So a full bind or a half bind. If you want to bind from here, go ahead and do it. If you're like, nope, I don't feel like binding right now, no worries. You're still doing a half moon. On your left heel, spin your left toes to the front of the room. And now squeeze the right leg. Rock your weight into your left foot and come into half moon. Lift your right leg up. If you're fully bound, play with it. It's going to be a little wobbly. You'll feel it. All right? If you're bound, go ahead and release and extend the arms and the legs. Now, everybody bend the right knee, sweep the right hand back, and catch the foot if you haven't already. Once you have the foot, kick into the hand and begin to unweight your left hand. Maybe place the left hand to the shin, maybe to the heart, maybe just lift and lower, lift and lower. Beautiful. Now, slowly extend, re-extend, and then release into a fold at the front of the mat. Beautiful work. Put a soft bend in the knees, spin the palms, open inhale, sweep all the way up high. Ground to the feet to lift the heart high, and then a little bit back, exhale. Inhale to center, and as you exhale, fold forward. We'll skip a chair. From here, if you'd like to do another crow into down dog, into chaturanga, up dog, down dog, feel free. If you want to take a crow, if you just want to jump back. If you're like, yeah, I'm just going to walk back and come right into down dog, feel free to do that. Once you're in down dog, lower the knees, bring the hips to the heels, and let the forehead touch the mat. And just take a moment here. Just a moment to reset. A moment to feel. A moment to get out of the head and into the body again. Extend the arms out, exhale. With an inhale, come onto all fours, tuck the toes, and push back to down dog. Lift the heels high, strip your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot up about halfway, maybe a little more. Right heel spins down, palms come together in prayer. With an inhale, sweep all the way up high. Actually, let's not do that. I'm sorry. We're way off. Let's come back into a fold and come back onto all fours. It happens. It happens. So from all fours, tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Lift the heels high, strip your right leg to the sky. Some of you are like, holy shit, we're doing that again? Step your right foot to your right thumb, and then pivot one time to the left. No, we won't. I almost had you doing it, but we won't. That's more like it, right? Catch opposite elbows and take a ragdoll. All right, so from here, heel to the feet a little closer together. It's about 2.5 feet apart. And then lift your right heel, place your right hand to your right calf muscle, and pull your right shoulder underneath the best you can. Send the right arm out, spin the palm up, place the hand to the hip of the low back. And once you have the grip, squeeze the thighs and move towards a straighter leg position. Doesn't have to straighten completely, just a straighter position. And now you feel free to just stay here if you like. If you want to take birds of paradise, you have an option for that. You heel to the feet a little closer, rock your weight into your left foot this time, maybe lift and lower with the right foot. If this feels like too intense of a pull in the shoulders, just keep your right hand hooked under and left hand across the low back, or just stay in your fold. Beautiful. When you're ready, softly lower down with control. Release the bind for a moment, catch opposite elbows, let the shoulders release. All right, so we're going to move into half moon. You have an option. You can take a bind again if you like to, or you can just move right into it. So if you're binding, go ahead and take your bind. On your right heel, spin your right toes to the front of the room. Rock your weight into that foot and lift the left leg. You can lift and lower if you're fully bound. That's a nice start point. When you're ready, go ahead and extend. Bend the left knee, sweep the left hand back, catch the foot. As you ease into the kick, maybe unweight your right hand. Maybe place it to the shin, maybe heart center. That was it, Brian. That was it, man. Nice, Ayumi. Now slowly re-extend and then release into a fold. Sorry. You're good, you're good. Release into a fold right where you are. Awesome. Beautiful work. Bring your hands to heart center. Put a soft bend in the knees. Inhale, round yourself up. Come to standing. One set of standing bow. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Keep your left arm extended. Bring the right arm back. Bend the right knee. Pick up your foot or your ankle. Come into it when you're ready. Don't wait for me. Right knee tracks. Good, Jules. Strong standing leg. Breath is fluid and steady. You know how deep to take it. Your body's telling you. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice, Katie. And then slowly release other side. Right arm up, left arm back. Again, don't wait for me. Come into it when you're ready. Don't rush. Steady. Strong standing leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2. A little reach. And release. Come into mountain. Stand on purpose. Spin the palms open. Inhale, sweep the arms high. And as you exhale, fold forward. Make your way into down dog. However you'd like to get there. Walk forward, walk back. Jump if you want to. From down dog, lower the knees. Bring the hips to the heels. And coming up and have some water. Good work, everyone. Back row, if you guys want to spin around, work off the wall for this next part, feel free. Front row, you guys know the deal. Just be easy on the front mirror. Middle row, if you're in the middle row, you're at the ends of the middle row and you want to work off the walls, you can work off the side walls if you want to. And everyone else, if you weren't included in that, I'll come around and try to spot you if I can. So we're going to play with some inversions. You have an option to do your inversion from your back and not do them, right? Just rest. Send your feet high for that kind of inversion if you want to. Otherwise, we'll work forearm balance or handstand. Forearm balance or handstand. We don't do headstands at all. They're not good for your neck. Give you a whole workshop on why. We'll do that. Say that for another time. So let's come onto all fours. Hands on the shoulders, knees under hips. It's okay if you just want to rest. No worries. So from here, if you're going to move into forearm balance, we're going to lower the elbows right to where the center of the palms are. If you're moving into handstands, we're going to stay with our hands like that. Right? Now, forearm balance, you can bring your hands a little closer together if you need to. Now, everybody tuck your toes and push back to down dog on your forearms or just a down dog. And you can tiptoe your feet a little closer if you want to. Send one leg high. Good job. Pulse a little bit if you like to pulse. Nice job. Now bend one knee. Bend one knee and put one foot on the wall. And then take that other foot just softly just off the wall. Yeah. Oh, that's it, man. That's it. That's it. Beautiful. Strong, man. Strong. Good, John. Open the knees a little bit more. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Check this out. When you're coming up, go off the wall just a little bit. And then when you come up, get one foot on. So I have one foot on. And then the other leg is in it. The other leg is in the pose, right? So now I can just pop off and hold and then touch and go like that. You see that? That's like a post on the wall. That'll help you get up that. All right, if you got one more, go for it. If you're like, nope, I am done, it's okay. You can go ahead and rest. I gotcha. Wow, awesome. That was awesome. All right, we'll find ourselves in child's pose. Nice, man. Extend the arms out, exhale the breath. With an inhale, come into all fours, tuck the toes, and push back to down dog. Actually, do this. Lower the knees down. This will be our core work for today. Lower the knees down. We're going to do a pose called peacock. What's mat is this? I wonder if I can use someone's mat. All right, so what we're going to do from here with peacock, what we're doing, I'll show you the pose and then I'll tell you how to get into it. So there's a couple ways of doing it. You can set your hands backwards like this and bring your palms out. I stole your mat a little bit. You can set it this way, a little bit more intense on the wrists and the forearms, or you can set your hands this way. That's easier on the wrist. You notice my hands are in a neutral position. My wrists are in a neutral position. So it makes it a little easier if you want to do it that way. There's a couple ways of setting it up. We can go from a curled position and set it up that way, or we can rock ourselves into it. So I'll show both. So from the curl position, I'm going to lower my head down. I'll set my hands. I'll do this one for this one. I'm going to bring it as close as I can. So what I'm trying to do is get this position to happen, right? Trying to get my elbows to plant right into my upper abdomen. Once I'm there, I'm going to rock my heart forward and see if I can straighten my legs, right? I'll tuck the toes and straighten the legs, and then I might lift. I might rock forward enough to lift the legs. So we'll see. I haven't done this one in a long time, so I probably won't do it, but we'll see. So from this position, I'll put my forehead down, bring my elbows in, and I'll rock my head a little forward, straighten the legs, tuck the toes, and tuck the toes. Right? Now I'll just lift the head, and I'm there. If I want to challenge, I can lift the foot, I may be able to rock forward. Let's see if I can do it. Lift the legs. There it is. Take a picture quick. Don't clap. I'm barely hanging on. So the other way of doing it is just to rock your body forward and go right into it. So from here, I'm going to set my hands. I'm just going to rock forward
and then I can lift. Come into it that way. Up. Try not to do a chin stand. Thank you. All right, let's try it. I swallow the mic. Like, oh. Okay, so if you're gonna do a curl position, go ahead and bring the forehead down. If you're gonna do it from an upright position, set your elbows in tight to your body and set your hands. You can rock forward and plant your hands, and then from here, once your elbows are set underneath you, straighten your legs. One at a time, tuck the toes. Now lift the head, if the head's down, and see if you can rock forward. Maybe lift the legs. Option, if you want to bend the knees, bring the heels to the tail. That shifts gravity a little bit, or your relationship to it anyway. There it is, Sean. Nice, Marcy. That was it. That was it. See, Kristen, I'll get the door for you. You're welcome. Nice, Liz. That was it. All righty. All right, enough of that. Let's come into all fours. Tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Lift the heels high, sweep your right leg to the sky. Float the right knee behind the right wrist. Right foot lands the other side of the mat. Slide the left leg back. Now, option here, if you'd like to rest, you can rest. Or set your right hand to the mat, bend the left knee, and sweep the left hand back and see if the foot's there. If you have the foot, begin to pull the foot towards you as you draw your hips a little forward and down. You feel this in the front of the hip. There it is, Rusty. You got it, brother. You got it. That's it, man. That's it. Beautiful. Now, let go of the foot, land the foot, scissor the knees towards each other, walk your hands to the just outside of your waistline, lift the heart, and then slowly begin to take the upper body back. You can keep your hands to the floor. You can send the arms wide. You can send the arms high. Beautiful. When you're ready, come on down and rest. Come on down and rest. And close to the end. Stay steady through your breath. A long inhale. A long exhale. And then slowly release. Make our way back into down dog. If you need to move through the leg a little bit, the hip a little bit, feel free to move it out. And we'll go to the other side. Take your heels high, left leg to the sky, left knee behind the left wrist. Left foot lands the other side of the mat. You can come down and rest immediately if you like to, or set your left hand to the center of your mat, bend the right knee and sweep the right hand back, catch the foot. When you have the foot, pull the foot towards you as you draw your hips a little forward and down. Option for a variation of Raja Kapotasana if in a moment you want to start to kick and work there. And set the hands next to your hips. Scissor the knees towards each other, lift the heart, slowly walk the hands back. Send the arms wide. Maybe send the arms high. Go full breath. Good breath. And then slowly release and rest. Long inhale. Long, steady breath. Set the hands under the shoulders. Sit into your left hip and swing both legs forward in front of you. Straighten the legs. Make sure there's enough room behind you. We're going to come down right away. With an inhale, sweep the arms high. Send the arms forward and lower all the way down to your back. All the way down to your back. There we go. Oh, yeah. Life is good. Bend the right knee, give it a squeeze. Bring the foot down, lift the hips up, slide the hips over to the right a few inches, and take the right leg across the body. It's fascinating to me. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, younger kids, and just how in tune they are with that inner compass, right? That sense of guidance inside of them. And you start to see that develop. And they feel into right ways of being and right things to do. And so much of it is they don't have the deep patterning we all do, right? As we get older, we become fixed in our ways. Take one more breath. And then slowly release. Let's come to center. We'll square the hips and switch sides. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, give it a squeeze. Lower the foot down, lift the hips up, slide the hips over to the left a few inches, and take the left leg across the body. So a lot of these patterns serve us, right? We don't have to put much mental capacity into getting dressed in the morning, making our coffee or our tea or driving our cars. It's deep pattern, right? It's in our subconscious mind. We can do it almost on autopilot. But we tend to get so comfortable in that space that we start seeing our significant other, our kids, our family in the same light of we know them. We know how they'll react. Exhale the breath. Slowly back to center. And then bend both knees and windshield wiper the legs left and right, left and right. And then stop at center and come into happy baby. Bend the knees and catch the edges of the feet. Knees right underneath the armpits. And then draw the knees down. From the knees to the heels are vertical. Draw the knees down. Notice the low back. Don't let it lift too much. Try to do your best to keep the low back down, close to the mat anyway. And then go ahead and switch to a toe lock. Peace fingers around the big toes and straighten the legs. Maybe up and over the shoulders or a little tighter. If you have some space, you can go a little wider, but otherwise over the shoulders. And notice if the low back lifts high. Try to keep the low back down and make this more of a lower half of the back line opener. Take another breath. And then as you release, bring the feet down to the mat. Heel to the feet wide and let the knees collapse in on each other. Set the arms where it's most comfortable. You can stay here the rest of class. This will be nice support for your low back. Otherwise, relax the legs all the way down. Bring the heels to the edge of the mat. The toes fall open. I've told this story before. Some of you have heard it, but the other night, it was a couple weeks ago now, so we were saying prayers. So it was my wife and I and our kids. And so we say prayers and bring our hands to our heart center. And we go through and finish our prayers. And at the very end, my daughter, who's 6, the youngest, she opens her eyes and she says, "Daddy, when we put our hands together like that, does that create the microphone so God can hear us?" I was like, yes, absolutely. That's exactly why we do it. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Thank you all so much for stepping onto your mats and creating this experience together. It's a true blessing, a true honor. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Thank you. Namaste. Be around with cold Ted towels in just a moment.